Alright, I'm going to show you a few things on this video, but the main premise of this is tracking buyers when showing properties. So what do you do when you get a property under contract? How do you find the buyers that you're going to market to? And then how do you track all of these showings? So I actually created a separate app called Deal Showings, and you can get to this app. Here's a property that we just got under contract that we can use as an example. I created a process on GlobiFlow to push all of the relevant information about this deal to the Deal Showings app. So I'm going to click Push to Deal Showings and then head on over to the Deal Showings app. So here's the one that we just created. So it's very simple. There's really no fancy fields here. They're all text fields, except for this one. This has and this one. These are both reference fields to other apps. So basically, what you can do from this app is pull the buyers from your buyers list that are merged into Podio by the target zip code. Now, this is making the assumption that you have an organized buyers list, that every buyer has their target zip code included in the proper field in the buyers app. So if you do that, then I have this set up so that when you click this, all of the buyers that are interested in that zip code will show up in this field. So for example's sake, I made two sample buyers with my name and put their zip code to be 90210, Beverly Hills. So if I click pull buyers by target zip, it's going to reference into the cash buyers app all the cash buyers whose target zip is this field, 90210. So let's do that real quick. Okay, so both just showed up. You have to refresh for it to actually show. Alright, so both of my sample buyers are now in here. So I know that for this particular property, I need to go in, call up Danny Boy here, and see if he's interested in the deal. Let me show you how to set up this pull buyers to target zip feature. So we're going to go into GlobiFlow. Okay, so step one is to go to that new app that you created, Deal Showings. I just deactivated the workflows that we just used so I can show you how to make them from scratch. You're going to click Add New, and you're creating a new flow when the item is updated. So when you're pulling all of the buyers into your app, you have to click on this button. So the trigger would be clicking on that button. And to do that, you have to use this syntax. Pull buyers before is not equal to pull buyers by target zip, and it actually equals pull buyers by target zip. I explained this in my other video on PDF contracts. This is just the workaround so that if you are to unclick this button, nothing will happen. It's only when you click into it that something is triggered. Alright, so when that's set up, the action is going to be to update this field here, the buyer shown, by pulling data from the cash buyers app. So here's how you do that. Kind of tricky. It took me a while to figure this out. You're going to want to update item, and you're updating the buyers shown field. And what you're going to do is you're going to perform a search. Select the cash buyers app, and we're looking at their target area and making sure that their target area in the other app contains the target area that you just put into your deals being marketed or property showing app. If that's a little bit over your head, that's okay. Just follow these steps and it should work. So click save. Oh, let's name it. Find buyers test. Okay, so let's try that out real quick. I'm going to delete these. Boom, boom, and try it one more time. So it's clicked off. Let's click it on. All right, that trigger worked. Showed you how to set that up. And you can do this right from your phone too, which is cool. Now, let's take it one step further and send an email to everybody that we just pulled based on target zips. So it took me a while to figure this out, but I will walk through how I set this up. So since every deal is going to have a different description, go ahead and create a description of this property that you would send to like a personal email type of message. So this is a 3-1 end of unit townhome. It has fire damage. Houses on this street sell for $130K. Available at $35K. Here are some pictures. And everything that comes after that will just be a standard fixed message that we'll set up in GlobyFlow. So I have two separate email addresses here, so you can see that it actually sends to every buyer that you have input. So let's go ahead and try this out. I'm going to say send email. Okay, so the new deal did just come through here. And here it is. Here you can see that it was sent to both addresses from the buyer shown field. How cool is that? Now the problem is you're probably not going to want the email to be addressed to multiple people, because then they're going to see that it was sent to a bunch of people. So what you can do is simply on Podio, I'll show you just some screenshots of how to set this up. It's kind of complex, but I will show you this flow so you can go in and copy it. I actually figured out how to do this via the GlobyFlow support system, followed by about 2 hours of tinkering. And I figured it out. So if you want to pause the video and look at this to recreate on your own back end, then that would work. So in order to avoid the buyers seeing multiple emails, just move this field here to BCC, and you can put in your own email here just to make sure that it was sent. And change this to prep field. Basically, you have to make a customized variable field based on the data in the Cash Buyers app. Pretty complex. But this shows to go that you can basically figure out any sort of workaround to make stuff happen within Podio. Pretty sweet. So, in summary, with the Deal Showings app, if you get a new property, you can push over the information into a separate item on this app. And then simply click the Pull Buyers to Target Zip, assuming that you have all your targeted zips documented with each cash buyer. It'll pull up all the buyers that might be interested, and then with one click, you can send them an email based on the custom data that you put in here. So I would recommend doing that every time you push a deal over to this app, and then you can honestly just do this right from your phone. All you need to do is click on this and wait for it to populate, and then click on that, and then you've sent the property out. And I use this mainly just for my VIP buyers. I'm not going to do this for every single buyer in my list. I basically just put all of my VIPs in Podio, and my other buyers list, which has a couple thousand buyers on it, that's what I have in iContact.com is what I use. But this is great if you just want to shoot out an email to a couple prime buyers and track everything as you go. So another cool thing you can do is once you send out your main email, basically any buyer that you're in correspondence with, you can add to the list here. So let's say you've showed the property to all these people. Now when you go to your deal showings app and click on the individual deal, here's all the people that have expressed interest. And then for future properties, you can go in and run through your buyers and see which properties they had looked at in the past. So it'll tag the properties that they've shown in the past from the deal showings app within the actual cash buyer app, which is pretty cool. So you can track kind of what types of houses they're interested in. So if I get another property in this zip code, I'll know to reach out to Matt. So that's the deal showings app. Hopefully this will help you keep track of your deal showings and close more properties. Good luck, everybody. Keep automating, but don't forget the first priority is to do deals, to network, to go look at houses, and get deals done.